The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the shimmering pool. Lila, a beautiful blonde woman with clear femininity, sat by the water's edge. Her reflection shimmered as she dipped her toes in the cool water, lost in thought. The peaceful evening air matched the serene look in her eyes. Across the pool, Daniel looked at her calmly. He was handsome, with piercing blue eyes that sparkled in the dim sunlight. The sight of Lila captivated him, with a beauty and grace he had never seen before. He mustered his courage and walked toward her, his heart beating rapidly with every step. "Mind if I join you?" Daniel asked, his voice warm and inviting, breaking the comfortable silence. Lila looked up, surprised, but a smile quickly spread across her face. "Sure," she replied softly. He sat beside her, the gentle sound of water lapping against the pool's edge filling the night. They started chatting about the little things, the weather, their favorite books, and the exotic places they'd both traveled to. The conversation flowed naturally, their laughter echoing softly in the warm evening air. Time seemed to stand still as they discovered shared interests. As night fell, the pool lights came on, casting a soft glow that illuminated their faces. Daniel leaned closer, his eyes locked on Lila's sparkling blue eyes. "There's something special about you," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. Lila felt her heart flutter at his words, enchanted. "You're different," he continued, his gaze never wavering. "There's a quiet strength in you that I find intriguing." Lila blushed, touched by his sincerity and kind words. "Thank you," she replied softly. "I feel like I can be myself when I'm with you." Her words hung in the warm air. The night grew cooler and Daniel, sensing Lila's slight shiver, wrapped his arm around her shoulders, pulling her closer. She rested her head against his strong chest, feeling safe and content. The steady sound of his heartbeat was a soothing rhythm, lulling her into a peaceful state of calm. Lila closed her eyes, savoring the moment of tranquility they shared. The world seemed far away, reduced to the gentle sound of water and the warmth of Daniel's embrace. For the first time in a long while, she felt truly happy, as if she had found something precious she had been searching for. They sat in a comfortable, peaceful silence, the stars above them reflected in the still, shimmering pool water. Daniel gently tilted Lila's chin up, looking deep into her eyes. "I've never met anyone like you," he confessed quietly. His words felt like a promise, a vow of something deeper. Lila smiled, her heart swelling with unexpected joy. "I feel the same way," she said softly, her voice full of emotion. They both knew that this was just the beginning of something beautiful and rare. The connection they felt was undeniable, a spark that could ignite into something more. Daniel leaned in slowly, his lips gently brushing against Lila's in a tender kiss. The kiss was soft and gentle, filled with the promise of love and understanding. Lila's arms instinctively wrapped around his neck, pulling him closer. In that perfect moment, nothing else mattered but them. As they slowly pulled away, their foreheads rested together, both smiling. "I don't want this night to end," Lila whispered, her voice filled with sincerity. Daniel nodded in agreement. "Neither do I. Let's make the most of it," he said, his voice full of hope and unwavering certainty. They decided to go for a swim, playfully diving into the cool, refreshing water. Lila laughed joyfully as Daniel splashed her, the sound of their shared joy echoing in the night. They swam under the sparkling stars, the water glistening like a sea of diamonds all around them, magical. After their playful swim, they sat together on the pool steps, catching their breath. Lila leaned against Daniel, feeling the warmth of his body against hers. "I've never felt this way before," she admitted quietly. "It's like I've known you my entire life." Daniel smiled, understanding her. "Maybe we were meant to find each other," he said softly, his voice full of emotion. Lila looked up at him, her eyes shining with hope. "I think you're right," she replied gently. They held each other tightly, knowing that whatever came next, they would face it together side by side. As the night drew to a close, they lay together on a lounge chair, wrapped in each other's comforting arms. The gentle sound of the pool's waves lulled them into a peaceful sleep, Under the twinkling stars, they dreamed of a future filled with love, happiness, and endless possibilities.